Once upon a time, in a small village in ancient India, there was a very wealthy man named Raghav. Raghav had everything that one could ever want: a beautiful house, servants, and abundant riches. But despite his wealth, he wasn't happy. The villagers would often say, if Raghav can't find happiness with all that money, then who can? One day, a gentle and wise man visited the village. This man was none other than the Buddha himself. Raghav heard about the Buddha's wisdom and decided to invite him to his home, hoping that the Buddha could help him find happiness. The Buddha agreed, and when he arrived, Raghav proudly showed him around his palace. As they walked through the lush gardens, Raghav pointed out his gold and precious jewels, thinking that the Buddha would be impressed. But the Buddha just smiled. Finally, Raghav asked the Buddha, "Why am I not happy, even though I have all the riches in the world?" The Buddha looked at Raghav and said, "Happiness is not found in material possessions, but in the contentment of the mind and the kindness of the heart. To find happiness, you must learn to be content with what you have and practice generosity towards others." To help Raghav understand, the Buddha asked him to bring a glass of water from his well. Raghav did as he was told and handed the glass to the Buddha. The Buddha then asked Raghav to take a handful of sand and put it into the glass. "What do you see?" the Buddha asked. "I see that the water has become muddy and impure," Raghav replied. "Exactly," said the Buddha. "Your mind is like the water, and your desire for material possessions is like the sand. The more you grasp for wealth, the more your mind becomes clouded with unhappiness." Raghav finally understood that his wealth is not any form of happiness, but helping those in need and having a heart full of kindness and compassion is the path to happiness. As you read this story, take a moment to reflect on your own life. Are you searching for happiness in material possessions or external circumstances? Remember that true happiness lies within, in the contentment of the mind and the kindness of the heart. Practice gratitude for what you have and generosity towards others, and you too will find the happiness that Raghav discovered.